So, hi Alice.
Hiya.
So obviously we're here to talk about your experience in sales and with the graduate recruitment company. So tell me a bit about kind of how you got in touch with the graduate recruitment company and what you were doing before and why you decided that sales was what you wanted to do.
Well, after graduating about 4 years ago, I had a bit of a tough time deciding what I wanted to do with my life, having not really enjoyed my degree course, and so I went and did 4 years seasonal work in guest care, so working skiing in the winter and on the beach in the summer, and had an absolutely fantastic time. But then it came to this September and I thought it was probably time for me to join the real world. So I went to stay with my sister who lives in London, and she told me about this company called the Graduate Recruitment Company, and how within 2 weeks of her signing up for them, she'd already got herself a job, which sounded fantastic to me, bearing in mind that I had no real sales experience and I didn't really know exactly what I wanted to do. I knew that I wanted sales, and I knew that I wanted something that would get me good money and feel comfortable somewhere. So I turned up and did an assessment afternoon with 3 other people, which was really good experience, just kind of getting into a group situation and learning to talk with people, listening and talking at the same at the same time. And
and why did you decide? That's all right. And why did you decide that sales was something that you wanted to do?
I think that I'm quite a sociable person. I like talking. I like being in touch with people, and so sales is very much a people kind of area to work in, and so I thought that'd be a good place for me to start. As I say, it's not something that I've had much experience in up until now, but all of my friends thought that it would be something I'd be good at, and turns out, having done the job for 2 months, I'm absolutely loving it, and I'm so glad that that's what I chose to do.
And how did the graduate recruitment company help you in your job search?
The graduate recruitment company really helped me with my confidence in knowing what I wanted to achieve, deciding what area I wanted to go in, which for me was digital media marketing, and working out how I could go about getting to the right interview, saying the right things. I went to 3 or 4 different interviews, like a first interview and then second interview for several companies, and that gave me a really good stepping stone of knowing how to act in those interviews and what would get you through to the next level and eventually get you the job. And they were really supportive every step of the way. Zoe was fantastic, letting me know several days in advance if I needed any help, had I done the right preparation, think of loads of questions to ask and ones that are going to be appropriate and get you noticed. And that really helped me prepare and eventually get the job with English.
And what was the interview process for the role that you ultimately secured?
In the end, it was 2 interviews. So an initial group interview where there were 5 boys and myself, and it was a general task to start off with, a little bit about the company that I was going to be working for, and then a 2-minute speech. And after that we had interviews with 3 of the key managers within the company, and that was the first interview. And then by the same evening that I'd had that interview, I got called for a second interview the next day, which was really just a one-to-one with the 2 of the managers I'd spoken to the day before, really getting an idea of whether I'd be suitable for the role, whether it was going to be what I was expecting, a little bit more about my background and my experience and why I really wanted the job and was going to be good for that job. And I must have impressed them somehow, and then within the same day, I think, or the next day, I'd got the role.
And so tell me about the company that you are now working for.
Cool. So Ignition One, that I got the job with, are a digital marketing solutions company. So they help businesses optimise their online marketing. They've got a suite of different technologies that help with the optimise and make the marketing more efficient. Everything from display advertising, so banners that you see on companies' websites, search, so using Google and working out which keywords are going to be the most efficient for your business because you have to pay for them. Facebook advertising, we have a tool that optimises that as well, and we also have a fantastic product that is an on-site product, so it looks at every visitor on your site and it can work out how interested they are and how likely they are to buy a product, and then target them with either pop-ins or personalised content on the site, and it really helps businesses optimise their marketing.
And tell me about your day-to-day role in sales at Ignition One.
So my role involves trying to sell the whole digital marketing suite, which obviously is quite a big ask because we have so many products. So on a normal day, I'll probably spend part of the day doing research on the companies that I want to contact, so the vertical that those companies might be in, whether it's travel, retail, gambling, finance. And then from there I'll look at websites that can tell me about the people in those companies. I use LinkedIn a lot to work out exactly who I want to be contacting, do my research, make sure I'm prepared, and then I usually start off with an email or two with what we do, and then after that I'll do a call to follow up and just say, I sent you an email, did you receive it? And from there you try and get the meetings, and my commission is based on how many meetings I get.
And is the role what you expected it to be in terms of kind of sales?
It's quite different in terms of the day-to-day like job role. I was expecting to do a lot more calling and a lot less research, but actually I really enjoy the research, and I think that's probably the most important part of the role, because if you don't do your research, you're contacting the wrong people. And I'm actually enjoying the telephone bit, which I didn't think I would. I was, a little bit apprehensive about calling people that you've never met before, but at the end of the day, when you actually get onto doing it and you're confident about what you're saying and you have faith in your product, then really, the conversation flows really nicely, and if they're prepared to listen to what you have to say, you can build really good relationships. So far it's been really fun. And
what's the thing you enjoy most about your career in sales?
I think obviously the money is always good, particularly in sales. It's something where you can progress so quickly, and particularly in the digital sector where I am, the bit I'm realising is my favourite is the fact that it's going places. It's booming at the moment. It is a growing industry, whereas so many industries, they are going the other way, whereas this one is definitely going onwards and upwards. Things are changing every day. You really have to be on top of your game, and I really enjoy being kept on my toes. I think that's probably my favourite bit.
And finally, what advice would you give to a graduate looking to get into a sales career?
Definitely go with PFJ, the graduate recruitment company. Are absolutely amazing. They're efficient, and they really help you work out what you want and help you get it, which is fantastic. I'd also say make sure that your CV is looking really, really good. Get 3 or 4 different people to take a look at that, because it is what people look at the end of the day. And my last bit of advice is just have complete confidence in yourself, in your abilities. I say from my experience, I had no clue what I wanted to do and no real confidence that I would be good at it, but with the right people and the right support, you can get any job that you want.
Great, thanks Alice.
Is that going to be alright?